For children who have experienced trauma, especially, play is also how they heal from how they experienced. It's how they learn how to work through their emotions and learn how to be able to control their bodies and their voices and their minds.
When children live in shelter, especially infants, they are living in such small, close quarters that they don't often have time to get on the floor in their rooms and work on those gross motor skills that are so important in the first year of life, that help kids learn to crawl and to sit and to roll over and eventually learn to walk.
Especially for infants moving into a shelter setting, a lot of times they spend a lot of their days in their car seat. When a family moves into a shelter for the first time, those parents don't know who was the last person to sleep in this crib? When was the last time that floor was cleaned? They have no idea what's happened before they come then, so they don't know if it's a safe place to put their infant down on. They do know that car seat has been with them. It's come with them through their journey, so they know it's safe because they've taken care of it. For the infant, that means that they don't get a chance to use those gross muscles, their neck, their arm, their leg muscles that they need to develop things to sit up, roll over, and eventually walk. So tummy time is a chance that we do in the play space to put them on their stomachs on a mat so they will lift their neck up, so that they'll move their arms around and grasp for a toy and build up those muscles that they may be lacking so that they can catch up developmentally and be able to walk as any other child would have the chance to.
Everyone can be successful at art. So we talk a lot about keeping our activities open-ended so that the kids can be successful. And when we ask the pals to talk to their children about their art, we ask them to be very specific. I love the way you're using that green crayon. You must really love the color green. And I love the way you're using that paintbrush to cover your whole page with that paint. It looks so beautiful.
Materials from feathers and pom-poms to paints and markers, so children can be creative and actually explore their emotions and their feelings through their artwork. And so children get a chance to not only learn fine motor skills of holding a marker for the first time, but also draw a picture about what they've experienced and work through that through their artwork. In the manipulatives area, it's just a big fancy word for using your hands to solve problems. It's things like building blocks and learning how to build a block tower and move those pieces back and forth so you can learn how to put them together again.
So children really learn success and perseverance through play. The children are working on their fine motor skills. They're working on concepts of shorter, taller, fatter, smaller, wider. And they're learning how to build. They're learning about perseverance. So when you build a block tower and it falls over, how can you take another chance and build it again? And how else could you build it differently to be more successful? I really am thinking about children sort of quieting their minds, engaging one-on-one with one of our PAL volunteers, sharing a story, talking about the characters, encouraging their language skills by pointing out objects and things in a book, talking about the storyline.
They can learn how to hold a book and turn a page and all those pre-literacy skills that will help them have great reading and writing in the future, but also hear stories of kids who are experiencing similar things from them, or stories of characters who have had the ability to make friends when it was hard, or had the ability to get past a rainy day and see that the sun is on the other side. Stories that really help the kids to look towards a brighter future and learn about getting past challenges. The dramatic play area, I think, is where a lot of the magic in the play space happens. This is where children can be whoever they want to be and explore a lot of what they feel and their emotions through things like play kitchens, puppets, and costumes. They get a chance to enact out what they've been through, what they're feeling.
It's super creative and super fun. It's really nice for the kids to be able to sort of act out some of their experiences. They're able to get outside of their own stories and create their own stories. We want the kids to use their own creativity to develop their own stories and express themselves that way.